1. Hello, YT subscribers. This is Sportscaster89 letting you all know that we are about to get started with our Tuesday Sports Report Express. Like I said, before we get started today, YT subscribers, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Sportscaster89. Click the notification on the right-hand side where you get all my live videos where you notice I'll go live with my Sports Report Express daily. So the three facets of my Sports Report Express is to inform you, entertain you, and educate you all on what's going on in and around the sports world. So, without further ado,
inside joke, well understood. The nudge, wink, wink, and finishing each other's harmonies. The late night drive through Italian.
Before we get started, you guys, like I said, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Sportscaster89. Get the notification button on the right-hand side. You click on the right-hand side when you subscribe. You get all my live notification videos when I do my Sports Report Express on a regular daily basis. And as always, hope you make time to listen to my sports reports on a regular daily basis. I inform you guys on what's going on in the sports world, entertain you, and educate you on what's going on in and around the sports world. You don't have time to do sports. Today's Sports Report Express is going to cover Major League Baseball, the NBA, and the NHL. Once again, we're going to cover Major League Baseball, the NBA, and the NHL. We're going to give you the Sports Report Express menu as well to show you what you're going to look forward to in the NBA this evening, in the NHL, and Major League Baseball. So without further ado, everyone, sit back, relax, and strap it down. We're about to get started with our Sports Report Express. Let's hop aboard it. Here we go. We're going to start at Major League Baseball. We're going to give you the scores from yesterday's action from across Major League Baseball. We'll start from Fenway Park yesterday, as it was Patriots Day, as the Red Sox took on the White Sox in their finale of a 4-game series. The White Sox get the win over Chicago yesterday by a final score of 11-4. Nathan Eovaldi gets the win for Boston. Lucas Giolito suffers a defeat for the Chicago White Sox. The White Sox lose this one by 7 runs to the Red Sox, 11-4. The Cardinals and Nationals started a 3-game series from our nation's capital at Nationals Park last night, and the win went to St. Louis by a final score of 12-5. Jack Flaherty gets the win for St. Louis. Joe Ross suffers a defeat for Washington. The Cardinals defeat the Nats by a final score of 12-5. The Giants shut out the Phillies last night 2-0. Kevin Gausman defeats Anderson, and Peralta gets a save for the San Francisco Giants. The Giants shut out the Phillies 2-0. The Rays started a 3-game series in Kansas City last night. The Rays get the win over Kansas City by a final score of 4-1. Fleming gets the win for Tampa Bay. Duffy suffers the defeat for Kansas City. The Rays beat the Royals last night in Game 1 of their 3-game series in Kansas City. Final score, Rays 4, Royals 1. Last night from Angel Stadium in Anaheim, it was the Halos taking on the Texas Rangers at home. The Texas Rangers get the victory over the Halos by a final score of 6-4. Arahara gets the win for Texas. Dylan Bundy suffers a defeat for Anaheim, and Kennedy gets a 4th save for Texas. The Rangers defeat the Angels last night by 2 runs, 6-4. The Dodgers started a 2-game series against the Seattle Mariners last night from Seiko Field in Seattle. The Mariners get the win over LA. Final score, Mariners win by a run, 4-3. Sheffield gets a victory for Seattle. Dustin May suffers the loss for LA. Montero gets his 3rd save for the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners defeat the Dodgers, the World Series defending champions, by a run last night in Game 1 of their 3-game series in Seattle. Final score, Mariners 4, Dodgers 3. And finally, the Brewers and Padres began their 3-game series from Petco Park in San Diego. The Brewers get the win over the Padres by 2 runs, 3-1. Woodruff gets the win for Milwaukee. Joe Musgrove gets a loss for San Diego, and Josh Hader gets a second save of the season for Milwaukee. And now, let's get you to today's slate in Major League Baseball. We're going to start with an afternoon matchup, an afternoon matinee, as the Dodgers and Mariners wrap up their short 2-game series in Seattle at 4:10 from Safeco Field in Seattle. It'll be Marco Gonzalez for Seattle against Julio Urias for LA. Once again, the Mariners and Dodgers will wrap up their short 2-game series in Safeco Field in Seattle. First pitch is slated for 4:10 Eastern Time. Once again, your pitching matchup, Julio Urias for LA against Marco Gonzalez for Seattle at 4:10 this afternoon. At 6:10 this evening from Progressive Field in Cleveland, it'll be the Cleveland Indians at home taking on their American League Central rival, the Chicago White Sox. It'll be Rondon, who had the no-hitter against the Indians last week. He'll be opposed by Zach Plesac of the Cleveland Indians. First pitch is slated for 6:10 Eastern Time from Progressive Field in Cleveland. The A's and Twins will play a double dip today in Oakland at Ring Coliseum. Game 1 will be slated for 6:30 this afternoon. It'll be Matt Shoemaker for Minnesota against Sean Manaea of the Oakland A's. First pitch is slated for 6:30, and then Game 2 will be 45 minutes after. It'll be Jose Barrios versus Jesus Luzardo for Oakland. Game 2 will be 45 minutes after Game 1. Next, we go to Yankee Stadium as the Yankees will take on the Braves in a 2-game series. Game 1 will be tonight. Game 2 will be tomorrow evening at 6:35 at Yankee Stadium. Your matchup this evening from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, it'll be Charlie Morton for Atlanta. He'll be opposed by Jameson Taillon of the New York Yankees. The Yankees and Braves will start a brief 2-game series tonight from Yankee Stadium at 6:35. Once again, it'll be Charlie Morton for Atlanta against Jameson Taillon and the New York Yankees. 6:35 Eastern Time, Yankees and Braves in Game 1 of 2. Next, we had the Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. It'll be the Reds at home taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks at 6:40 Eastern Time. Zach Gallen for Arizona will go up against Luis Castillo of the Cincinnati Reds. First pitch from the Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati will be 6:40 Eastern Time. Next, at 6:40 Eastern Time from Comerica Park in Detroit, it'll be the Tigers taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. It'll be Kyle Anderson for Pittsburgh. He'll be opposed by Travis Fulmer of the Detroit Tigers at 6:40. Tigers and Pirates, Game 1 of 2 in Detroit. 6:40 Eastern Time, Tigers and Pirates. 6:40 Eastern Time, it'll be the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Miami Marlins from Lone Depot Park in Miami. It'll be Ned Nieder for the Marlins. He'll be opposed by Matt Harvey of the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch for this one is 6:40 from Lone Depot Park in Miami. It's Marlins and Orioles, Game 1 of a 3-game series from Miami. Next, we had the Nationals Park in D.C. It'll be the Nationals and Cardinals, Game 2 of their 3-game series in D.C. It'll be Adam Wainwright for St. Louis, opposed by Patrick Corbin and the Washington Nationals. First pitch at 7:05 Eastern Time. Game 2 between these two squads. Game 2 also tonight will be in Philly as the Phillies take on the Giants. It'll be Webb for San Francisco against Zach Wheeler of the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch from Philly will be at 7:05. It's the Phillies and Giants in Game 2 of their 3-game series. Next, we head to Fenway Park in Boston. It'll be the Red Sox at home taking on the Toronto Blue Jays in the first of the 3-game series from Boston. It'll be Hyun-Jin Ryu on the mound for Toronto. He'll be opposed by Eduardo Rodriguez for Boston. Red Sox and Blue Jays, 7:10 from Boston at Fenway Park. The Mets and Cubs will start a 3-game series from Wrigley Field in Chicago on the north side. It'll be Jake Arrieta for Chicago. He'll be opposed by Taijuan Walker of the New York Mets. 7:40 first pitch from Wrigley Field. It'll be the Mets and the Cubs. The Rays will continue their series in Kansas City. It'll be game 2 between these two squads at 8:10 this evening. It'll be Rich Hill on the mound against Brad Keller of the Kansas City Royals. Game 2 between the Royals and Rays will be at 8:10 this evening from Kansas City. Game 1 between Houston and Colorado this evening from Coors Field in Denver. It'll be Garcia for Houston against John Gray of Colorado. Game 2 between the Texas Rangers and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim from Angel Stadium tonight. It'll be at 9:38 Eastern Time. It'll be Jordan Lyles for the Texas Rangers against Shohei Ohtani and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And finally, it'll be the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Diego Padres in Game 2 of their 3-game series from Petco Park in San Diego. You got Corbin Burns on the mound for Milwaukee, opposed by Chris Paddock and the San Diego Padres. That is your slate in the Major League Baseball landscape on this Tuesday. And now, let's head to the association in the NBA. And guys, we had a 90 NBA last night that you're not going to believe. Nikola Jokic had 47 points last night as the Nuggets defeat the Grizzlies in double overtime. Steph Curry was sensational last night for the Warriors. He had 49 on the Sixers. They won a big one in Philly last night. The Heat won a big one in Houston against the Houston Rockets. Like I said, we'll get to all these scores right now. So here we go. What a game last night. What dynamic matchups you had last night as we are wrapping up the NBA regular season. We were down to 14 games remaining in the season in the 72-game condensed schedule of the NBA this year. Guys, we were 14 games down, 14 games left in this 72-game regular season in the NBA. These games are critical down the stretch. The play-in tournament is around the corner, guys. The play-in tournament is going to be awesome. You got the 7 seed and the 8 seed going at it, and then you have the 10 and 9. These are 2 spots that are going to be up for grabs in the East and the West. So the play-in tournament's around the corner, guys. The postseason is going to get more exciting. Like I said, we're just 14 games left in the NBA's 72-game regular season. There's a lot of games that are going to matter down the stretch, but there are some last night that were incredible. Let's get to the scores as we describe you the action. We'll start in Detroit with the Pistons defeating the Cavs by 4, 109-105. The Bulls come back from Boston and get the win over the Celtics after they were down in the first half by double figures to the Celtics. Bulls get a huge win to keep pace in the Eastern Conference playoff chase with a 6-point win in Boston last night, 102-96. Steph Curry and the Warriors had 49 last night. Steph Curry was sensational last night for the Warriors. He scored 49. The Warriors defeat the Sixers on the road. Final score, Warriors 107, Sixers 96. The Spurs blow out the Indiana Pacers from Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis last night by 15. Final score, 109-94 in favor of San Antonio. The Heat get a big victory over Houston last night. They blow them out by a final score of 113-91. The Thunder lose on the road at the nation's capital in Capital One Arena to the Wizards, 119-107. The Thunder lose by a dozen. In overtime in Milwaukee, the Suns get a huge win on the road by a point, 128-127, with some controversy at the end. I'm not going to tell you the controversy. I'll let you guys see the highlights for yourself throughout the day on your own so you can watch the highlights of this game. I'm not going to give you the highlight. I'm just going to give you the score. The Suns get a huge win on the road against the against the Eastern Conference best Milwaukee Bucks by 128 to 127. The Nuggets win in double overtime over the Memphis Grizzlies by 2. Final score Nuggets 139, Grizzlies 137. And finally, the Jazz defeat the Lakers in downtown Los Angeles at the Staples Center last night, 111 to 97. Once again, we'll give you the scores one more time. The Pistons defeat the Cavs by 4, 109 to 105. The Bulls defeat the Celtics by 6, 102 to 96. The Warriors defeat the Sixers 107 to 96. Steph Curry erupts for 49. The Spurs defeat the Pacers 109 to 94. The Heat defeat the Rockets at home 113 to 91. The Wizards defeat the Thunder by a dozen at home at Capital One Arena in DC 119 to 107. The Suns defeat the Bucks in overtime by 128 to 127. The Nuggets defeat the Grizzlies in double overtime by 2, 139 to 137. Nikola Jokic was unbelievable. He had 47 in this one for the Nuggets. They're victorious by 2 over Memphis. And finally, the Lakers lose at home in a blowout to the Jazz with the best record in the NBA in the Western Conference. In downtown Los Angeles, the Lakers lose at home 111 to 97. Now, let's get to tonight's action around the NBA. Tonight at Madison Square Garden, it will be the Knicks and the Hornets at 7:30. The Magic will play the Hawks from State Farm Arena in Atlanta at 7:30. The Nets will take on the Pelicans in a huge NBA Tuesday double dip on TNT at 7:30. It'll be followed by the Clippers and Trailblazers from Portland at 10. And the last game of the night in the NBA will be the Timberwolves and Kings from Golden One Center in Sacramento. Once again, we'll tell you the games that are going on in the NBA this evening here on the Sports Report Express. The Hornets take on the Knicks from Madison Square Garden at 7:30. The Magic will take on the Hawks from State Farm Arena in Atlanta. The Nets will take on the Pelicans from Smoothie King Center in New Orleans on TNT at 7:30 as part of its NBA Tuesday double dip presented by State Farm on TNT, followed by the Clippers taking on the Trailblazers from Portland at Moda Center. And the last game of the night will be the Timberwolves and the Kings from Sacramento. Now, let's get to the National Hockey League, and we'll wrap it up with the Sports Report Express menu for the National Hockey League. All right, guys, let's get to last night's action across the National Hockey League. The Lightning defeat the Hurricanes in overtime by a final score of 3-2. The Golden Knights defeat the Sharks in a shootout 3-2. The Panthers defeat the Blue Jackets 4-2. The Stars get a shootout win over the Red Wings in Dallas last night 3-2. The Predators defeat the Blackhawks by 3 goals, 5-2. The Senators defeat the Flames in Calgary 4-2. The Canadiens lose to the Oilers 4-1, and the Wild defeat the Coyotes in Glendale by a final score of Minnesota 5, Arizona 2. Once again, let's run down the scores for you all one more time. The Hurricanes lose in an overtime battle in Tampa to the defending Stanley Cup champion Lightning 3-2. The Sharks lose in a shootout to the Golden Knights in Vegas 3-2. The Panthers continue their winning ways at home at BB&T Center, winning over the Blue Jackets last night by 2 goals, 4-2. The Stars get a huge win at home in a shootout over the Red Wings, 3-2. The Predators defeat the Blackhawks by a final score of 5-2 from Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. The Flames lose at home to the Senators 4-2. The Oilers defeat the Canadiens by 3 goals, 4-1. And the Coyotes lose at home to the Wild in Glendale, Arizona by a final score of 5-2. And now, let's get ready for tonight's action across the National Hockey League. This evening in Nassau Memorial Coliseum, you'll have the Rangers and the Islanders going at 7. The Carolina Hurricanes will continue their matchup against the Tampa Bay Lightning in Tampa. The Columbus Blue Jackets continue their matchup against the Florida Panthers from BB&T Center at 7. The Ducks will play the Kings in Los Angeles, in downtown LA at the Staples Center. The Bruins will take on the Sabres. The Devils will take on the Penguins at PBG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh. The Red Wings will continue their matchup with the Stars in Dallas. And the Toronto Maple Leafs will take on the Vancouver Canucks from Vancouver at 9 Eastern Time. That is your Sports Report Express on this Tuesday. I am Sportscaster89. Don't forget, you guys, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Sportscaster89. And don't forget, you guys, my aspirations are to be a sportscaster. I'm going to say this again. My aspirations are to be a sportscaster. I am not officially a sportscaster, but my aspirations are to be a sportscaster. So doing videos like these will help me get recognition nationally and locally as well. This is the reason why I send my videos out to you all on social media, so you all can see what I've been able to do on a regular basis. I produce my own sports reports online on my YouTube channel at Sportscaster89. My aspirations are to be a sportscaster. I am not officially a sportscaster, okay? My aspirations are to be a sportscaster. That's what I'm telling you all right here, right now. And I'm going to do this every day. So please follow me on my YouTube channel at Sportscaster89. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the notification button on the right-hand side. You'll get all my notifications when I go live doing my Sports Report Express. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Sportscaster89. With that said, everybody, I hope you all enjoyed today's Tuesday Sports Report Express. I am Sportscaster89. Wish you all a tremendous Tuesday. We'll see you all tomorrow where we'll recap all the action from National Hockey League, the NBA, and Major League Baseball. And we'll do the Sports Report Menu Express tomorrow as well. So come on back tomorrow for another edition of the Sports Report Express. It'll be the Wednesday edition, the Hump Day edition. So I am Sportscaster89. Wishing you all a tremendous Tuesday, everybody, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Have a tremendous day. I am Sportscaster89. Sign off. Have a tremendous day, everybody. See you all tomorrow.